Hello and welcome to another Let's Play by me, the GamerWolfSix of Morenatsu, the original Koya's route. On the last Let's Play, I was looking for Koya's porno mags, and then he got a letter from his mom saying that she wants to talk with him, and I convinced Koya that he should at least give her the chance. And do note, if there's any H stuff in this upcoming day, I'm going to be skipping over it because YouTube. And also before I start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can go down to the link in the description where you can download and play this game for free. And with that, let's start talking to our husbandal. Alright, I'm heading out. The following day, the two of us were standing in the entryway, just like yesterday. It was close to noon. In fact, it's 12 on the dot right now. In the sky, there were clouds out, and it was humid and unpleasant. Okay, take care. Yeah, I'm counting on you to look after the place. God, I hate humid days. With a faint smile, Koya disappeared out the door. It was the same as yesterday. And then I was alone. I went back to the living room and laid down. Today, I decided to sit and wait patiently. Koya went out to see Kazumi, I think his mother. It was his response to yesterday's letter. Okay, yes. I wonder just what kind of talk it's going to be. It has nothing to do with me, but I'm still fidgety about it. If I'm just guessing, I can think of a lot of things. But whichever it turns out to be, I wonder how it'll end up. I still don't know. Maybe it's because of how awful the weather is, but for some reason, I'm feeling really anxious. And more than anything, Koya. I was worried about Koya. In my chest, I felt so noisy. What could Koya be feeling right now? I can't even imagine that. The only thing I do understand is that I won't be all that quiet. It won't be all that quiet. And maybe that's why it's so painful for me to just wait. But that's my role in this right now. When Koya comes back, I'll say, "Welcome back," to him. It's just a small thing, but it's very important. For that reason, I'll stay here. Those were my feelings on things. Yeah, that's it. When I think that, like that, I calm down a bit. As I laid on the floor, I turned to look out the window. The sun still wasn't going to show its face anytime soon. But even in that oppressive sky, I could see it changing just for a moment. I heard Japan summers are actually quite awful. Or at least unpleasant, because they're like humid and hot. That doesn't sound fun. Phew. Maybe it's because of the clouds, but it's strangely humid outside. God, I would have no idea how it would be to be like a beast man or an animal, like in a humid environment. Ugh. It wasn't comfortable, as if sweat was curling all around me. I sighed, and there wasn't a reason for it. When I raised my head, I could see the color of lead covering the whole sky. Seems like it'll rain soon. Underneath that sky, there it was. In front of a single house. I know this house well. Of course I should. This is my parents' house. I guess this is why I sighed. If I had my way, I wouldn't be anywhere near this house. The house I ran away from after I fought with my father. I don't regret anything I've done. However, I don't know if it was the right thing. So, I never come near here. But even if I don't regret it, that might be a mistake in itself. Somewhere, I was thinking that. If I came here, I was afraid of that feeling would intensify. Actually, I'm also afraid right now. However, I'm here of my own free will, so I have to keep going. I tread on the ground until I was in front of the door, then send my hands to the doorknob. Warm of the summer air, from the summer air, at that point, my heartbeats reached all the way to my ears. Feels a little bit like a stage fright. However, there's nothing to play. I put my strength into my arm and opened the door. What opened out in front of me was nostalgic scenery. Things that haven't changed much since the time I was still here. Feels like an illusion where time had stopped. And over there was the person who was waiting for me. Welcome home. When the doorknob turns and the door opens, it makes a sound, doesn't it? That's why I thought I would wait here. It truly has been a long time. You've come home. We sat facing each other, across from the table in the living room. She was happy that I came back. She was smiling the whole time. Yeah, I have. However, I couldn't look her in the eye. I had feelings in my heart. I didn't really understand, and they stopped me from raising my head. It's been about a year since you've left. Somehow it feels like it's been ages. For a while, I thought you'd never be able to talk to you again, or I'd never be able to talk to you again. But now I'm happy you've come today. I'm sorry for not keeping in contact. It's okay, because now I know that you're doing well. How are things? Is your band doing okay? I've heard that there will be a contest soon. Well enough. Everyone's working hard. Next week, was it? If you come out on top, you might be able to make your debut. Do your best. I'll be cheering you on. Mom kept making small talk, as if to fill in all the lost time. But this is wrong. Was that why she called me over? It couldn't be just that. There has to be something else. If it was the case, there'd be no reason for her to bring a letter to my door all by herself. And if that weren't the case, this wouldn't have happened. She must be a fountain of questions. However, that shouldn't be right. It shouldn't be it right now. That can come later. Did you call me over to ask about that? Isn't there something else you wanted to discuss? When I pointed out, she seemed to hold her breath. I could see a bit of sadness through that smile. Sorry. That wasn't a good way of putting things. No, it's okay. What you said is true, after all. She suddenly looked serious. Here on out is all the main issue. I think I know what it's about, though. Koya. It's about time you came home. I thought it'd be that. It's been a long time since you've left. Isn't it all right to return now? But let me guess, it's too awkward. I silently nod my head. Now, it's too late for me to come back. And besides, is this about your father? I nodded one more time. I fought with my dad. That's where I left. I couldn't ask about anything, and right now, I can't come home. Koya, do you understand why your father was so strict? If I got some other job, I wouldn't be missing meals. And I'd be living a more normal life, right? I wouldn't be too concerned about my future. But what I'm doing isn't like that. It's like I'm desperately trying to light a fire with myself as a match. It's possible I might never make that spark. Also, I might break before that happens. Yes, that's correct. However, there's one more reason for why he's so strict. I think you were too young at the time to remember. It was when we first started living here. Mom cut her words off there for a moment. Pained expression crossed her face as she looked at me. After a short pause, she continued, "Your father left his job at the company just before you turned 1. Eh?" I didn't believe the words, and my eyes widened. Officially, it was voluntary resignation, but he was actually laid off due to downsizing. It was a large company, too. Fortunately, he found re-employment right away, and that was the opportunity to move here. That's the reason. Because he went through it himself. I believe he didn't want you to have to live through that. He wanted you to live your life without going through the same hardships he did. Nothing being able to work is surprisingly harsh. Yep. Anyways. But your father isn't the best at expressing himself. He's incredibly stubborn, too. That's why, when it was time to decide a career, he couldn't express his feelings properly. So, at least, please understand that much. It was a surprise. I never, ever saw things that way. He's stubborn and a bad communicator, but my father was always dignified. I never thought he'd have a past like that. To tell you the truth, your father has always been more worried about you than I have. We would always secretly go attend your live concerts. He made me check what days they were on. Honestly, he could have done it himself. After saying that, she laughed a little, as if saying, "It's okay to come back." But I can't sort things out that easy. I get my father's feelings, and I get what he's thinking. I plan on understanding it, but I have a reason I can't make it so clear-cut. Over this past year, so many things have changed. I've gained new things, I've lost others. Of both, it's happened a lot. If I returned home now, I'd be prepared to throw everything away that happened away. Sometimes I go through a sentence and I say the words that are at the end before the beginning, and I don't know. I can't sort it out that easy. I've given it all up until now, and I've done so much. That's why I just can't come back. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it? You two are so similar like that. But Koya, have you considered whether it's okay to leave things as they are? It's okay to think about it later. I think this is a good opportunity to come here one more time and try talking to your father once more. Everything you've done your best to accomplish, you don't have to throw it away. Therefore, I have a condition for you. A condition? Mom nodded. When she explained what it was, if nothing comes of the next concert, or contest, please talk to your father one more time. That's it. That's my wish. From the slight chill, my eyes get cold. There it was, an old childhood friend freeloading in a rented place. After laying down on the floor, it seems like I fell asleep. When I looked at the clock, it was about 2, so I turned into an afternoon nap. As I thought about it, I suddenly looked around. Koya's not back yet, it seems. Maybe there's talks dragging on? It feels kind of late. However, it looks like it was unnecessary worrying. Click. I heard the sound of someone opening the door. I moved before I could think about it. I jumped to my feet and quickly ran to the entryway hall. How big is this apartment? Anyways, over there was a person I had waited for. It seemed to have slightly more serious mood than usual. When I saw his face and confirmed he was back, I was a bit relieved. At the same time, a single word from inside me rose to the surface. I've decided this is my role. And this word is the one to fulfill that role. Koya. I called his name, and he looked at me again. Welcome back. After Koya came back, he told me about everything that happened in his parents' home. I made you worry, haven't I? He said. It's perfectly obvious. He laughed after saying that. The subject of conversation was very simple. If the next contest is no good, come back here. For Koya, for me, no, for anyone, it wasn't much of a surprise. But still, what's important is what comes after. If I had to make a conclusion, up until now, nothing changed. So I asked him, in the end, Koya, what will you do? I think I'll go back. I've already promised to. I thought, just like Mom says, it's true that I don't think of leaving things like this would be good. Someday, I'll have to set it all straight. It's the duty of the guy who ran away from home, after all. He smiled bitterly. I've been thinking about everything up until now. Besides, for me and Dad, I'll get the feeling that we both have something we want to say but we couldn't. So, I think I want to take that chance. This is a really good opportunity, for sure. Besides, even if I do return home, I feel that I want to keep playing the guitar. I've come so far, after all. Before that, I want to say what my real intentions are once. About me, about everything until now. I'm sure, on that path, I can keep going further. That's what I think. I nodded. That is likely to be sure. Even when people don't understand, they can do anything. And yet, the ones who do understand are probably the ones who can put it in effort. But getting people to understand is easier said than done. However, Koya is determined to do it. In all honesty, I thought that was amazing. Like I thought, you really are strong. No, I'm not. I would never have thought of this alone. It's thanks to you, Dark. Eh? You came looking for me yesterday, and now I can think of things through like this. Thanks. Seriously. No way, I didn't do anything. You keep saying things I want to say, and I honestly thought I screwed things up there. I laughed a little bit to hide my awkwardness. If I were to say anything about yesterday, it was a little embarrassing. And I'm saying you didn't. Hey, Dark. Koya caught me with a pointed look. From his earnestness, I also became serious. Whatever happens later, I still don't know yet. But no. Because of that, I think I have to work even harder than before. So, will you keep supporting me? Like you have been? Koya asked me that question, as a slightly worried expression painted his face. It's kind of funny. You didn't have to ask. Seriously? What are you saying, Koya? So I asked that. Even if I didn't smile, my face naturally relaxed. Of course I will. Even if you didn't ask me, I'd still be cheering you on. Koya smiled at my assertion. Thanks, Dark. Alright. Then the only thing left to do is move forward. How about we throw ourselves into it? Yeah. Full speed ahead. Okay then. This day's been going on long enough, so let's end the talk right here. Let's go out a bit. Who? Koya spoke over his shoulder as he stood up. The abruptness made me raise my voice in surprise. You sure are quick to change the subject, Koya. Go out? Where? What are you saying? Today's the summer festival. You came all this way here, so what are you going to do if you don't go? Wait, did I not tell you? Nope, I haven't heard a thing. Oh, my bad. Anyway, you're going, right? Everyone else arranged to meet up too. No, I'll go, but... could you tell me these things a bit earlier? Yeah, I'm sorry. Koya scratched his cheek apologetically. With his job from yesterday and everything, Koya is surprisingly forgetful and temperamental. And I saw him as so on top of things too. No, maybe that's wrong. He doesn't use that many words. Maybe he's bad at communicating? Well, it's okay. Ready to go then? Everyone's waiting after all. I thought this would be a quicker episode, but no, this is one of my favorite episodes. Jeez. I guess we're gonna have to continue. Anyways, the two of us got ready and headed off towards the festival. The sun was quite low in the sky, so it seemed like a good time to go. Minnesota Village, a place that isn't usually peaceful. Today, though, that's a little different. As we get close to the shrine, I could feel a strange sense of tingling energy in the air. It felt like the whole village there was parting. Once my skin started to feel it, I started shivering all of a sudden. Koya looked the same as ever, but ever so often, his tail would wag slowly from left to right. It's kind of fun to watch. Its movement seemed to be impulsive, and whenever Koya noticed it happening, the wagging stopped as if he just got pissed off. Say, have you ever been away to any of the festivals over where you are? Maybe it's because he noticed me looking aside at his tail, but Koya suddenly asked me that. Well, sometimes. With so many people around, they're huge events. In any case, I did go see the fireworks a lot. Oh, that? With a girlfriend? No, nothing like that. With friends. F-R-I-E-N-D, friends. You hear me? Uh-huh. Hey, what's with that weird doubting look? It's true. In that case, let's just leave it there. Koya teased me, possibly as revenge for the thing with the tail. It's a bit aggravating being done in like this. I'll have to try and get him back. Now that you mention it, how about you, Koya? You were so popular back then. So have you ever gone to the festival with a girl while I was gone? Oh yeah. You've grown up too, haven't you, Dark? He didn't hear a thing. Like I said. That's not it. Or I would have explained when a voice from far away called us, which wiped away the thought. Then I looked. All of my other childhood friends had grouped up over there. Seems like everyone but us was already there. Even Konosuke isn't late this time. The power of the festival is just awesome. You guys are late! Get over here already! At that remark, Koya and I exchanged glances. It's just that we were able to understand each other. Two of us moved in double time and joined the rest. Finally, you're both here. You guys are late. Sorry. Hey, wait. You're all here too early. Isn't there still some time left before we said we'd meet? We just got here ourselves. Huh, really? Well, Torahiko was itching to get here earlier. All that time he was going, we're late! What? Is that so wrong? Calm down already. You aren't a kid. Wait, never mind. Hey, hold up a minute. What was that unusual stop? You wanna say I'm a kid? How much gets past you, does it, Sherlock? What? Hey, come on. Just leave things there. It's our annual festival, after all. No need to be so hasty. Now, let's get a move on. We're gonna have a party, yeah? At Tatsune's, instance, the 10 of us started walking. As we went along, we started talking about small stuff. Like if there were this many shops last year, or if things were cheaper at this stall than another. Even though it was so trivial, everyone seemed to be having fun. I guess everyone was looking forward to today. Even though we haven't reached our destination, it was already quite crowded, but I enjoyed myself well enough. It was possibly our 10-man march made so much noise, and we finally made it through in a blink of an eye. Minasato Shrine, the old assembly hall where people made offerings to the water god. The food's... Damn, I really need to look up like Chinese and Japanese religion stuff. Because I'm also playing Neko Joshi and there's questions, and now there's questions now. What's a wolf to do? Except try and read, even though he can't read English. The food stall tents lined up around the borders of the grounds, and decorative paper lanterns hung in the sky. And so many people were here, filling up the area with that much heat. Whoa! The scene just overwhelmed me. Unintentionally, I let out a sigh of wonder. I'm sure that, in my mind, I can remember past festivals that were just as lively and amazing as this one. Seeing it again like this made it so magnificent. Even after I started walking among the crowds, my eyes kept flicking from here to there. What are you looking around so restlessly for? Koya noticed my expression on my face and asked me about it. Oh, I was just thinking about how amazing it all is. The festival, I mean. It's the same as it is every year. It's not like it changed much since the time you lived here. Really? Yeah, really. Aren't you just feeling that way since it's been so long since you have seen it? That could be it. Right. You left so long ago, so that makes sense. Come on. Don't just look around. Let's go do something. Anything particular you want to do? Let's see. Well, since it's been so long. This time, I took another look around the place to see if there was anything that stood out. There, the standard goldfish scooping and target practice. The stands sell vinyl balloons and neon sticks? Neon sticks? Glow sticks? And all the other various things you could think to find at a festival. It truly is a lot. Oh, huh? There I felt a sense of discontent. Something's not right. Stalls were set up on both sides of the path. After looking to the right, I carefully shifted my line of sight to the left. With that movement, I figured out what was bugging me. Hey, Koya! What's wrong? Where's everyone else? Koya's ear twitched a little. It was an indication of unvoiced, huh? As if to check for himself, Koya slowly turned his eyes towards where I was looking. And then he spoke. Seriously? There should have been 8 people walking in front of us. Somehow we lost track of all of them. Tatsuni was so tall, and shouldn't he be shouldn't be this easy to miss. An unpleasant wind blew in the space between us. So, simply put, we got separated. Huh, seems that way. What do? We stood together, looking worried. First off, let's try looking for them. But even if I say that, the chances of us finding them are... Also, how big is this festival? The townlet doesn't look that big. And Tatsuni's huge. Koya made a bitter face as he scratched his head. Yeah, they might have circled around on the other side too. I'd like to find them as soon as possible. Fireworks are soon. Oh well, not like I mind the 2 of us being alone together. What? My heart skipped a beat at this line. It's true, now that I think about it, Koya and I are alone together right now. Realizing again, he made me a little embarrassed. I could tell my own face was red. Oh, come on. That's not what I'm saying. We came here with everyone else. I talk quickly to cover it up. But I do think it's nice that we're alone. Yeah, that's true. Alright, let's get going, Dark. Yeah, we have to find everyone soon. Right. With what's spurring us on, the 2 of us headed into the crowd. However, since it felt like a waste to go around only to look for others, we also looked at a few carts and stalls. We started with the goldfish scooping, and then competing over who got the bigger one. Oh, now I can remember it. Like, there's like a bowl and there's live goldfish and you use like not scoops, but nets to scoop them up. But in the end, we couldn't even get one, which is irksome for both of us. We also did target practice. It was another contest as revenge for before. Koya lost and ended up with a box of caramel, but the 2 of us shared the nostalgic taste. Cotton candy and crepes came later. I'll get stuck to the sides of your mouth, Koya teased. But it was a bit embarrassing, but also fun. Our mood kept up as we made our way around to the crowd. Here I am, together with Koya at the festival. It's because I've never been to one with somebody before, but I felt strangely awkward. But I was happy. So much. Like I've never been before. We weren't able to find Torahiko and the others. It's already late in the day, and any minute now the fireworks should begin launching. At this rate, we'll have to give up looking. After reaching that conclusion, we felt tired from walking, so we separated from the crowd and sat at the stone steps beneath the shrine. That's reading. This is my second one, so I'm a bit readed out. Anyways. Now about that time for the bond dance, we heard the customary music. Dancing in the ring made me shy, so I opted out of it. We couldn't see any of the others there anyway. While we looked at the commotion on the other end, we took a breath. Phew. Somehow, we went around so many times. Yeah. And none of the others seem to be and no one there seems to be tired. And hey, isn't this everyone in the village? Wouldn't that be an overstatement? But there does seem to be way too many people. And this is unusually an unseen village. I know, right? Seriously, thanks to that, we can't really search for anyone like this. In the end, couldn't find Torahiko or anyone else. But with this many people, I guess it can't be helped. Sorry, Dark. How about being separated from everyone, and being with me? It'd have been better with everyone together, right? Koya spoke casually to me as he felt some responsibility for it all and apologized to me. Since I didn't feel that way myself, I became a little apologetic. I do think it would have been fun if we could all walk around together. But I had plenty of fun just being with Koya. If we weren't here with them to start with, part of me thinks I'd have had even more fun. That's mean to the other 8 guys, though. So I spoke about other parts that I was thinking, no, that's not true. I had fun being with you. After saying so, it felt kind of embarrassing. Without thinking about it, I turned away. Dark? I thought I heard Koi's voice, and then I felt something warm touch my head on the stone steps. Head or hand? Hand. It caught my hand, and then gently wrapped around it. It was Koya's hand. The instant I realized it, my heart leapt into my chest. I turned around, and there in front of me was Koya's face. His always sharp eyes looked straight into me. The distant sound of the hustle and bustle faded away. I could feel heartbeats next to my held hand. Were they mine, or were they Koya's? I couldn't tell. All I knew for sure was that my blood was pumping. All of a sudden, I was very confused. My hand felt hot as it could be. My face turned white. I lost all comprehension about my own situation. Yeah? Dark? Koya put a bit more force into his hand. It hurt a little, but I didn't really have the time to think much about it. Just how did things end up this way? How did something happen? Those thoughts kept swirling in my head. You know, when you came back for the summer, I felt like something changed within me. Yeah? This time, it's special, and it might be because so many things are happening. But I'm really glad that you're here. Okay. How do I put this? I can't really say it's right, but what I'm thinking... I nodded earlier, but whatever Koi's trying to say, right now, I can't really process it. I mean, isn't this... Dark? Each time one of those syllables hit my ears, I felt my heart race faster. I've forgotten how to blink. My senses are all over the place. My chest felt oddly painful. At this point, I can't tell what's going to happen. When I was in that state, Koya opened his mouth to keep going. But just before he could voice his thoughts and a call from somewhere else broke the spell. Finally, found you. Hey, what are you guys doing over there? Both Koya and I jumped and put some distance between us like children caught in the middle of a prank. And just like the evening, there was Toy Haiku's voice. And behind him, there was everyone else. After seeing that, the mood felt a bit like it collapsed. On the other hand, I felt relieved. But on the other, I felt like it was a pity. I kind of wish they'd come a little later. You disappeared so soon. We stopped paying attention. Can't you guys not act like lost little kids at the Wait, your faces are red. Did something happen? No, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Right, Koya? Yeah, nothing happened. Why are you worried about us? Not you. I'm worried about Dark. Taking advantage of him. Well, if nothing happens, then okay. Anyway, the fireworks are about to start. Let's go. Oh yeah, and I can't remember the word, but if you're susceptible to flashes, you might want to, look away for a little bit. I can't remember what that's called. Sorry. Sound of explosion cutting off. Up in the sky, a great big flower was blooming. The fireworks have started. Ah, we didn't make it in time. If we go over there, I think we can get closer. But we can see the them fine right here. There aren't that many people around, so it's a nice secret spot. That's true. I don't think anyone really wants to move around anymore. So isn't it fine to just stay here? I guess. Let's do that then. After that discussion, the second lot of fireworks lit up the sky. Everyone else sat on the steps, just like Koi and I were, looked up into the sky. Each and every time the fireworks would blast up there, then faded away. I guess I don't have to do the actual audio since that happens. And after each and every one of those times, sound would resound in the sky. It's beautiful, I murmured without addressing anyone in particular. That was my honest thought. And possibly, I can think it might be even more beautiful than any other fireworks I've seen until now. However, more than that. Whatever Koi was gonna say after that, it slowly faded into my memory of how warm his hand was. Oh, jeez, I remember, like, when this game was coming out originally, Koi was the first time I played it, and at that point, I was like, Koya? What were you gonna say? I'm a little flustered over here, just give me a moment. But yeah, that actually got me before. Well, that's gonna be the end of this Let's Play. It was a good one. So yeah, if you're interested in playing this game, then go down to the link in the description where you can download and play this game for free. Or, well, this is the original one, but there's also the revised one. You can go to the revised video and get that one for free as well, because they're free. Please comment, because I like comments, and what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. Again, I'm skipping over 8 stuff, because YouTube. And also, if you want to help my YouTube grow, please like, subscribe, and check out other videos to help it grow. And please remember to spay neuter your animals so you don't have romances with attractive husky guys at the Bond Festival. That would just be terrible. And until next time on Let's Play by me, the GamerWolfSix of Morenatsu Revised Koi's Roots. Thanks and see ya.